Hello. Welcome back to Minecraft, everybody. I've been hard at work digging out the river that connects my spawn point and the area I'm mostly building in. I've finished all of this bit here. This is all solid river now. Last episode it ended there. Like you could see the shape of the river, but there was no water in it. Because Minecraft World Gen doesn't like complete rivers, I guess. It constantly generates dry spots in between. But yes, I've gotten this far. I'm almost connected up to the lake, and then there's only this little bit of the river there left that actually connects up to what we built last episode, the little spawn area, which is just out of my render distance somewhere back there, but not that far. So I've made a lot of progress there, and that's starting to look nice. I haven't really textured the sides yet, and also we have this big stone area. I've already replaced some of it with dirt, but it's still pretty ugly, so I'm probably gonna do some terraforming there, and of course make it all grassy and fancier. But admittedly, even though this is something that I've been meaning to do for a while, so it's been good work. I've honestly been doing it just because I'm procrastinating what I plan on getting done this episode actually, because, well, you've probably already read it in the title and seen it in the thumbnail, I'm sure. But I'm planning to do something that's probably going to be a bit of a pain and involve a lot of grinding and waiting and not going to be very fun. But I've been avoiding it for a long time now, and I think I should finally get to it, so my shovel is about to be broken, and I'm about to be done chopping out all of the trees that are in my way here, so I think it's time, and I should explain my plan to you and get to the nasty bit of this episode. It's nighttime, so I'll chop down one more tree, go sleep, and then we'll get to the nasty bit, I guess. Oop, didn't chop this down. Let's fly along the river I've already done. So all of this is now fancy. I've done a little bit of reshaping of the cliff around it as well to make the river shape nicer. I guess showing it at nighttime is not the best thing in the world, but it's not finished anyway, so I'm sure you'll get another look soon when it's actually done. Though presumably that won't be this episode. Let me go put some of the junk away that I chopped out of the river, and then I'll introduce my actual idea to you. Alright, well, the actual plan is gonna go down in the Nether. I've talked about it before, but now I think it's time that I finally actually get to it. So, of course, right above my castle, we have the ugly bedrock ceiling poking through everywhere. So I've already mentioned in the past that... Can I throw it up there? Yippee! That I would like to get rid of all of this so I can build a prettier nether ceiling above it and get rid of all this ugly grey stuff in between here and not have this height limitation. And well, it's been a little while since I worked on the castle. Well, the reason it's taken me a while before I decided I want to get back here is that, well, I couldn't figure out what I want to go back there, and I ultimately came to the conclusion that I need more space to the top. Like, my initial idea for the castle was I wanted it to be a very vertical build, very tall, but then I ran into the nether roof immediately, and so I changed my plans, and now it's a more horizontal build, but I could not for the life of me figure out a design that I liked for the back of it that stayed more horizontal and didn't go higher up. So I think before I can finish the actual building itself, I finally need to do the nasty thing and blow up the nether roof. So let's see if I can find my super secret way to get up there. It's somewhere in there. There's a hole somewhere. Can I spot it? I see it right there. Alright, so we're up here now. I've already placed a couple of markers around the area that I plan to blow up. And it's big. This is the entire space that I would like to blow up. So I did find a machine for it. That I did not design myself. I will link it in the description, because the redstone in there is way above my novice level. I have no idea what's going on there. It's too big, too much, too complicated. But basically, I won't have to use up a ton of TNT because it uses one of the cheaty TNT duplicators in it. And I won't have to manually blow up every single block. The machine is going to automatically go through here. However, it's still going to be a pain in the butt because this is a massive area, and the one thing that the machine is going to use up a lot of is pistons. For every single block that I want to blow up, I need one piston. That's the only reason I've been procrastinating this for so long, because it is going to need so many stacks of pistons that I'll need to place here. And then it's not just one layer of bedrock that we're gonna have to break. No. There's like 4. Just building the machine itself, it's such a big, intimidating structure that I'll have to build here, and then I'll need to put all the pistons. But yeah, this is the area that's directly above the castle. Here's my castle, and I've kind of improvised with how far to the back I want to go. I think about this point is gonna be where the castle might stop, or at least where it's gonna be lower again. And well, I guess I'm just gonna do some measuring here, figure out how much bedrock it is, and then get to crafting a whole buttload of pistons to actually get started here. Because while obviously this is going to be a massive pain in the butt, it's the last obstacle in between me and actually getting to finish my beautiful, gorgeous, amazing castle. So I have to do it. As much as I hate to, I have to. So hold up, let me mark this area with light matica and then count how many bedrock blocks are in here, and then you can see how much work this is going to be. Despite having a fully automated machine, it's still going to be a lot of effort. Alright, so admittedly, while I was aware that it's going to be a lot to blow up, I still kind of underestimated it. So I've marked the area in light matica, and it shows me how many blocks are in it, and turns out it's a whopping 37,454 blocks of bedrock. That's almost 22 full shulker boxes that I'm going to need of pistons. That's a lot. And also, this is not all, because I mean, I'm gonna have to blow up all the layers, not just... I can't tell the machine to just go through the bedrock. The machine is going to go through every single block there. So add these as well. Add these as well. Add all the blocks in there. Yikes. This is gonna be awful. I'll hate this, but I have to. I have to do it because I want the castle to be perfect and beautiful, and I want to be proud of it, and so it needs to be taller. And needs to have a pretty ceiling. It's insane and it's absolutely absurd, and I should have just picked a different spot to build the castle in, but guess what? The castle is almost done and it's already in this spot here now. I can't really go and move all of this elsewhere. I think this is the best option that I have. Just blowing up like 30 shulker boxes full of bedrock. Oh my god, what am I doing with my life? There's a few other materials that I'm gonna need for the machine that I currently don't have yet, so I'll collect those first before I return to worrying about all of those pistons, which is gonna suck. I'll actually need a few netherite blocks for the machine because they have a special property that I don't think any other block in the game has. I think netherite is the only block that can be moved by pistons but cannot be destroyed by TNT. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go dig in for a few of those. So I guess I'll continue digging out this big ol' hole until I find... I think I need 6. I think I need 6 pieces of netherite. So wish me luck. Alright, number 1 down. Oh damn, already? Okay, that was fast. 2 more. And another one. What in the world? What? Those oh, there's another! Hell yeah, another 2 right away. What in the... What's happening? Okay. What? Am I lagging in my single player world? I can break all of the netherite normally. It's only the netherite? Well, that's weird. Anyway, only 1 more to go. I didn't even have to repair my pickaxe 1 single time yet. I may have just jinxed it. Maybe it's going to take forever now. Alright, there's the last 2. Well, I needed only 1, but I got 2. Heck yeah. There's another even. Okay, we got plenty now. Amazing. Okay, so the first step that I kind of feared was going to be annoying already was honestly kind of okay. It went pretty well. Also, turns out it was lagging so bad because I had so many items lying around, so I started burning them, and now it's good again. But yes, step 1 complete, I guess. Now I get shot by a skeleton. That's step 2. And now I can, I guess, start gathering all the other stuff, mainly all the pistons, unfortunately. But yes, I'll go collect the pistons and then I can talk to you more about the machine I plan on building. Alright, a few hours of grind later, I now have one shulker box filled with pistons. Yeah, it may not quite be the 21 shulker boxes that I would need, but it's a start, alright. Turns out I did not have anywhere near enough redstone to make this many pistons. So I had to go strip mining for quite a while, and I'll have quite a few more hours of strip mining for redstone ahead of me if I want to make more pistons, which I will have to. I will have to do more strip mining for redstone, presumably, very soon. But it's a start anyway, and along with the contents of this chest that has mysteriously popped up in my storage room now, we should have everything that I need to build the machine. There's a ton of stuff in this bundle as well. So let me grab all of this and head to the Nether, and before I build it, I will get a little bit more into the machine I'm talking about. Let's just see how far we're gonna get with one shulker box of pistons. Theoretically, I think I can walk around inside of the machine while it's doing its thing and try my best not to get blown to pieces. Then I should be able to pick up some of the pistons again, so I might not need quite that many pistons. I think some will get blown up, but others I might genuinely be able to save. We'll see. Alright, so said machine that I'm going to build here is the design by Desu. I will link the video in the description, and that video has the download link to the Lamentations schematic in its description, so you can very easily also just paste the schematic and then copy that into your survival world if you care to do it. However, we have to do a little bit more prep up here before I start building that massive machine, because there's one issue with it. What I've blocked out right now here, what I've marked with my slabs, is the exact area that I want blown out. So like this row including, but the problem with the bedrock breaker is that it's quite the hefty machine. It basically goes out one block further on each direction. So if I want this row to be broken, the machine is outside of it here already, which of course means for the lower layers of bedrock, that wouldn't work if I just start blowing up the top layer right here. Which means I think I have to go 4 blocks further to the outside, and thus actually start blowing up this row. So it's going to actually be even more blocks that I'm gonna have to blow up than what I initially mathed out. Or, well, I didn't do any math, I had Lightmatica do the math for me. But yeah, this is I think the first row that I need to blow up. So I'm gonna mark the outside edges everywhere here, and I'll actually get to building the machine, I suppose, and I'll report back once that's ready to go, and then we'll see whether it's going to be a massive catastrophe or whether it's genuinely going to work immediately and be amazing. We'll find out in a minute or so. Well, for you, I guess immediately. I've done it. Building this damn thing took a lot longer than I had anticipated, and was surprisingly nerve-wracking. There's so many observers in this thing that right at the beginning I accidentally sent the whole thing going. At that point nothing was done yet, so it didn't ruin much, but ever since then I was so terrified that I would misplace one of the observers and accidentally start everything too soon and have to start over. But that didn't happen, luckily. However, it was still a lot of effort to build such a massive, weird blob of machinery, and additionally, turns out it's real scary, because while I was building it, I heard Ghasts the entire time and was thinking, haha, I'm up on the nether roof, I don't have to worry about those, I'm safe. Until I realized when I got over there that, wait a second, I just built a ton of blocks that mobs can spawn on. I've ruined my safety by building this. And sure enough, not long after, a ghast spawned up on these dang pistons, so now I'm constantly terrified that the whole thing that I've spent so long building on might just get blown up. But it should be ready to run now. It should be able to blow up everything up to this row of pistons. By the way, this is how far I got with my one shulker box full of pistons. I think this is less than a quarter. We have not gotten very far with this, so there's a lot of grinding ahead of me. But I think we should get it started before I keep grinding. Let's just get it started and see whether it works in the first place, right? I want to see it go. I want to see whether I'll just be wasting my time collecting more pistons or whether it's actually working and doing what I want it to do. And also I want to get a guess of how fast it might be. I might have to get rid of the torches in the way just in case, because I'm a little bit scared that something stupid might happen and break everything. Oh yeah, by the way, I have 23 pistons left because one of these rows, I didn't plan this, but it just so happens that one of these rows is exactly 100 blocks long. So it's not enough pistons to fill an entire row, and adding an incomplete row would just mess things up. There's no point in doing that, so this is my leftover. Alright, so if I want to stop the machine, I have to break this slime block. And when I want to start it, I have to break this redstone block. So I guess I'll just break it now and we'll see. I double and triple checked that I placed all the blocks. So we should be good. It should work. Let's find out. I am honestly quite terrified. I'm scared. Anything with TNT, I'm so scared. Like, if something's wrong here, it could just blow itself up, and it was quite an expensive machine to build, and again, it took a while to set up, so let's pray nothing goes wrong. Give me my redstone block. Never mind, it won't. Okay. I can run through and pick up some of the pistons. It's doing it! Look, it's breaking the rows. It's doing a good job. It's blowing up some of the pistons, but I can pick up a lot of them again, actually, so I won't need quite as many pistons as I had feared. And once it reaches the end, it should automatically turn around, go back to the start, and then go through the next row. Oh, we've reached the end, and now it's pushing everything back to get ready for the next row. It's whacking! Okay, that's excellent. So at least all the effort hasn't been wasted. It is doing what it's supposed to do. I built it correctly. And it's breaking all the bedrock. This is still gonna take a while. Like, it's not going through super quickly. There is a version of this machine that could have multiple of these breakers working at once. But that would be even more expensive to build, and honestly, I just couldn't be bothered building the more complicated version of it, so I built the cheaper one, and it's gonna take a little bit longer with that, but you know what? I think I'm okay with that. Okay, are you going to correctly start the next row? Yes, you are! Oh my god, and even protecting me from the pigs. Hi, pig. So, yeah, my work still is definitely not done. Again, I have to collect all the 2 million pistons that I need for it. How many were they? Like 30-something shulker boxes worth? I also have no idea. This seems like it's going to be a very strange video. It's not going to be particularly interesting to watch me grind for pistons. But, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. And of course I'm going to make a video out of what might not be the most exciting to watch thing that I've done in this series, but definitely is the most effort that I've put into anything so far. It's the most insane thing that I've done in this series. Okay, let's break the magic slime block. It is this one. And now it should stop, correct? Yes. Okay. That worked pretty well. We got rid of 3 layers. Not layers, 3 rows of bedrock here already. Boy, it's gonna take a while though. This took 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes for 3 rows isn't bad, honestly. And I got back almost 3 stacks of pistons. That's okay. Oh wait, I already had 30 something. 300 pistons we used up, theoretically, for this, right? So that means I got roughly 150 pistons back from this. So I can recycle about half of the pistons that I use, which isn't the worst. You know, getting to... Oh, there's another. Getting to cut down the cost from frickin' 30 shulker boxes full to just 15 shulker boxes full of pistons. That's pretty good. That's a pretty dang good improvement. So yeah, I'll just run after it and babysit it the entire time to see how many pistons I can get back, and that's going to make it, I think, a little bit less painful. There's another. Is this gonna make for an interesting episode to watch? Because I'm mostly just collecting resources. I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing with this episode, but I hope you're still having a good time somehow. Anyway, I guess I'll grab more stuff now for hours. Alright, I've got good news and bad news, everybody. Let's start with the good news. The good news is the entire top layer is all gone now. We're done. I finished it. This is all removed. So I can tear this down and rebuild it one block lower down to start removing the second layer out of 4. But, well, that brings us to the bad news, I suppose. This took over a week. It took significantly longer than expected, and I ran out of iron. I had to spend multiple hours AFKing at my iron farm already, and it's empty again. So I've got a few hours, quite a few hours of just AFK time to do, I suppose. Remember how just a handful of episodes ago I said something along the lines of how I could have built a bigger, more efficient iron farm, but that's ridiculous. How could one single player ever use up this much iron? Well, here we are. But it is working. It's just, this episode is just going to take insanely long to get out. But, well, it'll be worth it, alright? Because I want to get rid of this. So I guess my next hour is probably going to be spent cleaning this up and then rebuilding it again. Because it took me surprisingly long to build it the first time. So I can do that again now. Yippee! At least with every layer, I'm gonna need ever so slightly fewer pistons. Placing the pistons, by the way, is also annoying. Let me rant about placing the pistons for a second, okay? Because the height at which I have to place the pistons is basically the height that this observer looks at, I think? Right? Or is it this one? I'm not sure. But it's like 3 blocks too high for me to be able to reach just from the bottom. So I always have to stack up scaffolding for it. Because the pistons need to be looking downward, so I can't just be on top of the pistons and place them all like this. That doesn't work, then they would be facing the wrong direction if I just went like this, which would be easy and comfy, but nope. Gotta do it the hard way. Put scaffolding all along the side and then place all the pistons. I can only place 4 rows at a time, then tear down all my scaffolding and do the next 4 rows. But I can do it. I mean, I have only myself to blame for this pain anyway, so I can't get too mad. Alright, I'm all set up to get started on layer 2. It should all work, but there's always a slight chance that I messed something up and things are gonna explode, so... But hopefully it's just gonna be more of the same. Once I break this. Where's my redstone block? I want it back. Mine. Okay, is it? Yes, it's working. It's doing its thing. It's gonna be more difficult. I think the lower down I get, the less pistons I'm gonna be able to recover because they'll fall down further, but it's working. I'll talk to you again once layer 2 is all broken, I guess. Or something else catastrophic happens. So hopefully, not that second option. Oh, I don't know how this thing drops, but I just shot a ghast who was bothering me, and I got a music disc. Okay, tears. I genuinely didn't even know that this existed. That you could get a music disc from a ghast. Well, I have a new music disc. I guess I have something to check out once I get back to the overworld. Huh. Pleasant surprise in the nether, for once. Anyway, I guess I'll get back to just building many rows of pistons. Yup. Alright, quick jam session for morale before I get back to the grind. Yeah, I don't think it's one of my favorites. Let's go back to the old school. Ha. Much better. Okay, a weird thing has happened. My farmer has become a witch somehow. Also, it's sleepy time and she's attacking me. Did you just poison my villagers? You are a problem, aren't you? How did you become a witch? How does that happen? Oh no. Well, they can't die from poison, that's good, but oh boy, this is chaotic. I can't even sleep because I'm poisoned. I don't know how do witches happen? I thought they have to get hit by lightning or something. That can't happen here. But it's definitely my farmer who's now a witch. Can I get the witch back into being a farmer? What happened? Let me Google how witches happen. Damn. So apparently witches happen when lightning strikes within 4 blocks of a villager and I cannot turn the witch back into a villager. Which means lightning must have struck out here while my farmer was standing in the corner. Well, this has never happened before and he's been here quite a while. I guess we have a villager to replace. That's okay. Final 2 rows of the second layer, everybody. I almost made it halfway. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm so hungry. I thought this would be quick, and so I thought I'd finish it before making anything to eat. But it's been an hour now. I, again, vastly underestimated the amount of time it would take. And now I'm starving. So, very exciting to see this almost done, so I can finally feel my grumbly belly. Also, so many pig incidents during this, because we're getting so many pigs up there when I have many pistons placed. And then they fall down, and then they're mad at me, and it's scary. It's scary work, everyone, and I'm out of reach of the pistons, of the beacons here as well. Terrifying. But, at least on the bright side, I have optimized my system for farming all the piston ingredients now, so the grind is, I guess, a little bit more comfortable now, but still, it takes so long. I don't like it. Boy, this was such a bad idea. I should never have decided to do this. But now I'm too deep in. I can't quit now. Sunk cost fallacy and all that. That's it. It's just making its way back now, and then we should be done. I should be good to tear this all down again and rebuild it at the front. Look at this. It's such a big area. It was such an insane idea to start doing this, but hey, 2 layers down, only 2 more to go. You can, in quite a few spots, actually see through it from the bottom now. You can see the beacon beam going all the way up. Very good, very good. But yeah, it's... boy, it's gonna take so much longer. It's gonna take so much longer still. Can't wait to finally be done with it, everyone. This is truly... not the most enjoyable project I've done, certainly. Well, I'm gonna have my well-earned breakfast first of all, and then I'm gonna get back to this nasty business. Sometimes I really regret my life choices, eh? But here we are. Hungry and too deep in to stop. Alright, so I've got sort of bad news. I don't know what happened, but suddenly on the last row of this layer, the machine started blowing up itself. I guess I somehow screwed up something on the final row. Don't know how. Let's see how many parts I can salvage. And then I'll have to figure out what in the world happened here. It went kablooey. I don't know how I'll find out. It's just exploded now. and we've got one row left. Well, but hey, good news is that another layer is largely down, but yeah, something went wrong here now. Oh, you know what? I might know what. I put netherrack in here before because I need to tear down the machine at the end and I didn't want it to fall down there and get lost. Maybe somehow a piece of netherrack didn't get exploded on the previous rows and got stuck to the bottom of the machine, thus getting the machine stuck. Man, I hope I didn't lose too many parts and can rebuild it. This is gonna be a pain. Well, we'll see. Also, more bad news. I am stupid. I thought this was going to be the second to last layer, but well, you might have realized it before when I was talking about it. There aren't 4 layers of bedrock. There's 5 layers of bedrock. There's still 2 layers left after this. Oops. I guess I'm gonna have to rebuild this. See if I can figure out why in the world it started blowing itself up. Hopefully it won't do it again. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. We are largely done though. I'm more than halfway. So that's nice, but boy, I'm looking forward to being done with this. Alright. I carefully rebuilt it. I think it should all be correct again. This is so silly to have spent so much effort rebuilding this for 2 rows, but oh well. This time, I'm recording in case it blows up again. It shouldn't, but I'm scared now. It worked so well all this time and now there's 2 rows left and it suddenly decided to cause trouble. Who's mad at me? Someone's mad at me. Well, let's ignore them and hope that it's gonna work. Please. Heck off. I have work to do. Okay. Okay, it's working this. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. That's good. It's working again. So the I guess the problem was genuinely that I had some netherrack that stuck to the machine and then it exploded itself because it couldn't keep moving. Gosh dang it. So that's the thing I'll have to be careful about next time. On the next layer. I know that that's a problem now, so okay. So 3rd layer unfortunately caused a couple of problems, but they are fixed now. It should go through to the end now without further hiccups, hopefully. Alright, amazing. The next layer is finished. I'm almost, well, I'm not really almost done. There's still so much work left. So it turns out it takes me pretty much exactly 4 shulker boxes worth of pistons per layer. At least this last layer now took me 4 boxes. And also, unfortunately, about 15 hours. It takes so long. Well, we're almost done. And by almost done, I mean, it's gonna take me another 30 hours. It'll be great. It will all be worth it. I'll get back to my annoying job now. The babies can stack on a pig. I've never seen this before. What? No, they got off. Oh my god, I started recording just at the perfect time before it stopped, before proof would have been buried. I've never seen the baby stack like that. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, that was lovely. Lovely surprise while I'm running to pick up pistons that drop. Alright. Oh my god, there's so many pigs, I'm going insane. Only 1 layer left to go, though. I'm nearly done. And also, it turns out, because the pistons don't have much bedrock to land on anymore, I'm actually blowing up significantly less now, so I needed a lot less pistons now. And you can almost look through everywhere now. It's getting there. 1 more layer. 1 more time I have to repeat this very annoying process. Then I'm free from this curse that I put upon myself. So, you know, the usual, I'm gonna have to tear it down and rebuild it. And hopefully if nothing goes wrong, the next time I'll speak to you, you'll have no more bedrock over the castle. Boy, I cannot tell you how incredibly burnt out I am from this. This took so long. It's still gonna take long. I just want to be done with it and get back to doing actually fun and creative things. Okay. I can do it. Nearly there. Guys, I'm nearly done. I almost did it. There's only 5 more rows left. The pigs at the bottom are driving me insane, but I technically don't need to pick up the pistons anymore. Because I don't need to build up anymore. I'm about to be finished. I'm just hoping it's not gonna randomly explode at the end anymore. I made sure there's no netherrack stuck in there anymore on any parts where sticky blocks are gonna go past. So we should be good. I think I'm almost free. Alright, second to last row, everybody. Wait. I must have miscalculated. This must be the last row. Because I can't possibly push these back further. So I gotta stop it. I miscalculated something here, but that's even better. Last row. And I guess I'll get even more pistons than I anticipated. That's it. I'm done, right? I think I'm done, everyone. I'm free. My curse has ended. I don't have to do this anymore. It's all open now. We done it. I have a lot of netherrack digging to do now. Of course, but then there's nothing in the way to build the rest of the castle. I can theoretically make some towers taller if I want to, and I can build a fancier ceiling over it now. It's gonna look more integrated into the area and not have the nastiness over top. I can't believe I'm finally finished with this. This was insane. I hated this. From the start, I hated it. And it got worse the longer I kept going. This took so much longer than anticipated. I can't believe I can finally leave this behind me. Although in a weird way, I've been working on this for so long that it's become a normal part of my daily routine. So it's almost gonna be strange that I don't have this to do anymore. But oh boy, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm done. Guys, I always take backup saves after each episode I finish, in case something bad happens, so I can go back to the last version of the world that y'all have seen. And I've gained about 150 hours of playtime since the backup that I made after the last episode. Also, hold up, let me look at my stats. Is there anything funny in my stats now? Okay, first of all, how many pigs have I killed? How many hoglins did I kill? 1,271 hoglins killed. I have surprisingly never been killed by hoglin. Oh yes, of course, I crafted a lot of planks to craft all the pistons. I've crafted a total of 30,964 pistons now. I assume the large majority of these was for this. Look how much redstone I bought. I had to repair my bow 2 times because it was about to break because I shot so many stupid pigs. We've made some losses in the overworld due to this project. Don't mind the tree, that's a leftover of me having to farm a bunch of wood here, but presumably in the same storm that our farmer in the mountain fell to, our bloke in a boat with a goat has also... well, he's just straight up gone. I assume lightning struck the boat and it broke everything. The guy, the boat, and the goat. It's very sad. They had been here since pretty early on in the series. I thought I was gonna use them for something funny one day, but... well, they're gone now. A moment of silence, please. You will be missed, bloke in a boat with a goat. I also had done some napkin math on how insanely long I would have to AFK at my existing iron farm in order to get enough iron for this stupid amount of pistons. And, well... it was too long for my liking, so I ended up actually building a temporary new iron farm that I set up down below here. We now have an iron farm with 4 corners. I am going to disable this again now. I do want my factory to be my only iron farm, and also I don't think I'm going to ever do something again that's going to need this absolutely insane amount of iron, so we should be fine. And then I set up my stupid cobblestone farm down here again. Because, you know, obviously I also need a buttload of cobblestone to craft my pistons. And the other loss that I made, I broke the pickaxe that I crafted in like my second episode or so. It's been with me for a while. I broke my fortune pickaxe and had to make a new one because I absentmindedly mined a lot of stone. And didn't repair it in time. But on the plus side, we've gained a couple new kitties now. Because the iron golem farm here, for some reason, keeps spawning them like crazy. So say hi to new members of the family. I guess that makes up for bloke in a boat with a goat being gone. And we'll have to replace the farmer upstairs if I ever want to use my villager breeder again. Which, yes, I probably do want to use my villager breeder again at some point. But boy, I can start cleaning up here now. I also had to move the existing golems. Don't worry, the guys that were always patrolling down there, they're still here. They just took a bit of a break. We can, in fact, bring them back now because I don't need iron from here anymore. And these guys should actually be enough to disable the iron farm at the bottom. That's why I had to move them away. They were surprisingly too close to the villagers down below. Come on home, fellas. There you go. You can protect your villagers again. I can't believe it. I just have to tear the stuff down in the nether and then I can finally rest. Hold up. I should go back to the scene of suffering. This is crazy. This was insane. This was stupid. Seriously, this was not enjoyable. This was the worst thing I've ever done in this game, I'm pretty sure, by a mile. But yeah, I can finally clean all of this up and then get back to doing slightly more fun stuff again. Well, first of all, I guess I have a lot of netherrack digging in my future, but, you know, I consider that a little bit more fun than placing so many rows of pistons in a spot that's hard to reach. Oh, yeah, also, we have a lot of babies running around holding pistons, so I'm going to, at some point, have to clean up my nether roof here, because there's a bunch of babies that will not despawn because they stole my pistons. There's also some in the castle, so I guess we'll have some purging to do at some point as well. But boy, I was excited to get back to working on the castle again. I think I've ruined that. I think I need a break from the nether now. Holy moly, this was so awful. I cannot express how little I enjoyed this process. Do not do this in your world. Just don't. Just cheat or, you know, build your castle lower from the beginning. And maybe the worst part is that this won't even be a noticeable thing. Like, this took so many hours, but no one's gonna look at the castle and realize how much effort that was. Because, I mean, I'll just build a new nether roof over top. It's going to look like a normal nether cave. No one's going to immediately realize that a lot of work went into that. But yeah, I guess I can get creative now with figuring out where I can put an official access point to the nether roof, and otherwise I'm eventually gonna close it all off again. And there's another unfortunate thing that I've realized. I kind of didn't include this tower in my planning. I might have to blow up a little bit more netherrack. Not netherrack, bedrock. Although, to be fair, like, this would be a small area. This was only awful because it's a stupidly large area. It was an awful idea. I should not have done this, but hey, I done it now. I'll be happy about it in the future, but I need to not be here for a while before I can fully appreciate this, I think. And yeah, I guess I'll have to once more rebuild the machine and clean up a little bit more over top of this tower, but that's not going to be an episode, and that's not going to be today. I don't want to think about stupid bedrock anymore. What's that? Oh, it's a traveling trader. Okay, sure. What do you have for me, buddy? What's my reward for all this torture? What did you bring? Small drip leaf? Well, that's not the most amazing reward you could have brought me, but I will take it. Alright, well, I don't really know how to end this episode. Was this enjoyable to watch? It was not enjoyable to do. This was the episode that by long took me the longest time to create, and it might be the worst, but let me take this off. I don't need it anymore. I'm finally out of this hellhole. Well, I'm glad it's over with. If you've been wondering why it's been so long since the last episode, this time, believe it or not, it's not because I was lazy and just didn't play Minecraft because I got distracted playing other games. I genuinely was playing a stupid amount of Minecraft. I was just doing a stupid thing and stubbornly decided that all of this should be one episode instead of, for my own mental health, just splitting it up into a couple of episodes. I guess I am a madman. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, my brain is not the most pleasant place to live in a lot of the time. But how do I end this? I don't know why you've watched until here. Don't blow up this much Bedrock ever. Just don't. I'll see you again next time. And I might even torture myself less then. Maybe not at all. Who knows? Until then, well, I hope you've had a time watching. I certainly haven't had a good time making it. So, I'll see you for hopefully better times. Bye-bye! At least baby got a nice treat at the end of it, huh? It's not even candy. I can't even eat it. What am I supposed to do with this?